Hey, kiddos. This is JoJo Bear, and you're listening to Sex Talk with JoJo Bear. Yes, right. Okay, I am just gonna I'm gonna just tell you what's going on with me right now. Well, first of all, it's currently, it depends on when you're listening to this, but it's currently the brand new year. It's 2023, and we're in 2023. Yeah, it's a couple of days after 2023, and I got to spend the New Year's in Costa Rica. So I teach for the Body Electric School, and we had a retreat, a visions retreat. A couple of guys attended, and I was co-facilitating with one of the other facilitators, Craig, who also works for the school. And yeah, it was pretty fun. We were at the Blue Osa Retreat Center, or the Blue Osa Yoga Retreat Center in uh, uh, Punto Jimenez, Costa Rica. Okay, I'm getting this right. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. You could fact check me. And it was lovely. But I had to take a little baby puddle jumper to get there from San Jose. And then we had to take the puddle jumper back to San Jose and then to the airport, where I got another one plane, and I took a plane from San Jose to Houston, and then Houston to San Francisco. That was a travel day, girl. Trust. Okay. So I am just saying that I'm back here at home, and I am just feeling relaxed. I guess I'm feeling relaxed. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about BDSM, okay? Kink and BDSM. And one of the things that I was just recently working around with the client was this whole idea of how do I ask for what I want, right? So I'm gonna just roll with me, roll with me. So a lot of times when you see like a dom and a submissive person, like from the outside, y'all see that the dom gets all the props, right? Like I'm talking like not props as like physical props, but like everybody's looking at the dom, and there's this impression that the dom is in control, which if it's part of a fantasy, then yeah. But in actuality, to make it more clearer, is that the person who's receiving the sub really gets to kind of create that fantasy they want. So if they wanted to be really domed by somebody, there is an opportunity. Like if you're really well, like your shit together, and you're not at this egotistical fuck, and you're like a really awesome dom, because I feel like there are some awesome doms out there, and like an awesome dom, a person that is in that position, will actually ask, what can I do for you, boy? And if you are a sub and you want to be dominated, honey, there is one important piece of language that you can throw out, and I'm going to give it to you. So if y'all listening, you're going to hear it from me. And I'm sure you've heard it from other people, but you're going to hear it from me. So reality is that if you're a sub and y'all want to be in a real fierce, hot, juicy scene, the biggest question that you can ask is, will you? Will you do this for me? Okay. Will you spank me? Will you tie me up? Will you flog me? Will you wrap me in cellophane and put a bow around me? it is so important when you're a sub to bring in this language, honey. Okay. And for a good Dom, for a good person that's doming, gets it. Y'all hear me? You get it. So, of course, if you're a really good Dom, y'all, you have subbed at some point in your life because that's how you get information, honey. You get information somatically. You can shell it out if you have received it at some point. Now, there is a talented magician or two in the bunch that is just pure Dom. They were just spat out the pussy that way. Okay. So we love you for that. But the rest of us, we had to learn some tricks. Mm-hmm. And I think the most valuable trick, and I'm not talking about that trick that I was playing around with a couple of days ago. I'm talking about the valuable trick, a piece of information that can really amplify, electrify your playtime with someone is to be in clear communication, i.e., y'all gotta tell your limits. Some of you folks are jumping into scenes and y'all don't even know what a scene is. So it is super, super essential if y'all gonna do anything, because when you're playing with kink and BDSM, you're using equipment, you're sticking fists inside of other people, tying up, chaining, sounding, God knows what else. I don't even know what the kids are doing these days. So, but it's important because you're utilizing a lot more than just your body. And even your bodies, you should just be, even if you're just using your body, you should just be having this clear communication. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a dialogue, or a little bit of a, kind of a notes list. Okay. So what I invite to folks that are looking to sub is to, first of all, write yourself a fucking list of what your desires are and wants. Don't sell yourself short, honey. Do not sell yourself short. Go for the goose. Okay. What are your desires? What are your wants? What gets you hard? What gives you a boner? Okay. So write up all this stuff, right? Get it on black and white. Look at it. Okay. Figure out what is it that you like. All right. And then understand who your playmates are. It's like gathering information, right? Find playmates. I say if you are lost in that zone and you're barking up the wrong trees, like if you're on Grindr looking for a Dom, a pro Dom, honey, you might be finding some trickery up in there. Okay. Talk to friends that are in the BDSM scene, or y'all know there's always a beautiful, well-talented, sacred intimate sex worker, a pro Dom, a Dom, they're out there, honey. And there's some intelligent, smart, lovable, really witty, and also very talented, right, at what they do, because they love something, right? Maybe a Dom really loves impact play, or tying someone up, or really cultivating a really beautiful practice or scene for someone. So don't have any qualms about spending a little bit of dollars to hire somebody, because let me tell you, if you have a really good person that you can pay to help you be in a scene, and do it with dignity, girl, I'm telling you, I know a couple of names, but I'm not going to shout them out right now, because y'all listening, you can message me, honey. The second thing, or the third thing, I don't know, I lost track, is that you really know your limits. What are your limitations? Okay. If y'all want to get spanked and hit and thrown around the room, What are your limits there? I don't want to be leaving a scene with a broken leg or a janky wrist. Okay. I'm a big bearish hairy guy, but I am fragile. And I do not want to be limping, at least not for that reason. Okay. So know your limits. Tell your Dom your limits, for crying out loud. You got a bad back. You get triggered when someone spits in your face. You don't like someone grabbing your neck, right? There are all these things, okay? You know, there have been times in the past where I've been playing with people and I get a little rough and I'll maybe like pinch them too hard or smack them or do something where it's, in my mind, it was all, you know, fun and games, but for the other person, they need an emotional first aid afterwards. And so some folks need to be really aware of what their limits are. And when I say some, I mean all, okay? So limits. And then giving a time container, right? You know, if you want to have a scene, like understand what the time container is. What are your needs and wants and desires afterwards, right? A good Dom, honey, will give you a nice, beautiful, raunchy, impacty time and then love on you afterwards. So how does that look like? Do you want to be held? Right? So really, you know, if you're subbing, even though it's all about maybe you want to be dominated and you want to be told what to do, or there is some sort of play going on, it is super important. It is super important to ask for what you need, get your limits in, give a time container, find like precious playmates, find and discover folks that are holding space with dignity and amazing, like fabulousness in BDSM and kink, right? There's a lot of people that are just unleashing harm on others. And I don't want that for you. You don't want that for yourself, for crying out loud. So, all you subs out there, and some of you Doms that pretending to be subs, and some of you subs that are pretending to be Doms, just have a beautiful time. Clarity, communication, consent, agreements, all of this can help you attain pleasure. Is that what you want? You want some more pleasure? Who doesn't want pleasure? Raise your hand right now. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I want you to have fun, enjoy yourself, have a scene, do it with some amazing clarity, and keep on listening. This is JoJo Bear. Ciao for now.